Hey everybody, welcome to my new YouTube channel, my very first video of my new channel, my first video of 2018, and the first installment of a series I'm going to call Sessions in the Shed, where I'll take you inside my practice room and show you some of the things I'm working on and how I'm going about working on them. The first subject I'm going to cover is multiphonics. It's where you play a note and sing a note, creating a harmony with yourself. Now, I'm playing a recital in March. One of the pieces I'm playing is an unaccompanied trombone solo called Basta by Folk Rob. Not at all sure if that's how you pronounce his name, but that's how it sounds in my head for now. And it has a lot of extended techniques. It's got pedal tones, matching tones where you play the same note in different positions. It's got a lot of fast scalar passages where you have to play against the grain in order to play fast enough. It's got lip trills, it's got all sorts of stuff, but the thing that I'm definitely the least familiar with is multiphonics. So I'm basically starting from ground zero, but luckily I have a great teacher here at the University of Louisville, Dr. Brett Schuster, who's given me some tips to help me get started. I'm going to share those tips with you today and kind of show you my progress so far after about 30 minutes of practice. So let's go ahead and get started. In this piece, I'm going to need to play primarily 3 intervals: major tenths, major sixths, and perfect fifths. And I will have to move between those a few times. Now, the first tip that Dr. Schuster gave me is to try and sing louder than you play. I think this is a really important one. I totally agree with him that one of the biggest problems when you hear people performing pieces with multiphonics is that you hear the playing just fine, but the singing is very quiet, kind of distant, and you're not really sure what's going on. So I'm going to try and sing my pitches louder than playing. I think ideally in performance they'll be about the same, but my trombone is much louder than my voice, and so I'm really going to have to think about singing more than playing. The second tip is to start by singing into your instrument very loudly and close your embouchure ever so slightly just until you get the buzz that's going to produce the note. So ideally, you'll still be singing very loudly and you'll get that note. And the third tip is to remember that when you're playing multiphonics, or really a lot of different extended techniques, the standard positions are very fluid. You can't count on second position to be the same as if you weren't singing into your instrument. I feel like that's pretty logical, but I hadn't really thought of that until Dr. Schuster suggested it to me. So you'll see while I'm practicing these that I'm really fishing around to get the position that really locks in with the pitch that I'm singing. So the first multiphonic I'm going to try is the major tenth between A and C sharp. Get the pitch in my head. Is what I'll be singing. You really do feel it lock in. This is a consonant interval, so it will eventually lock in. Let me try it one more time here. So you see, I'm trying to sing through my instrument, sing as loud as I can, slowly forming that buzz until I start to produce the A. And hopefully you saw me kind of wiggling around. I think my second position was probably about 2 inches closer to my face than it normally would be. I'm not sure if that's where it'll be in performance, but for now that's working. The next interval I'll try is the major sixth between D flat and B flat. So I'm going to sing this note, that's the B flat. Now this one doesn't feel like it's locking in quite as well as the 10th, which I kind of expect. They're a little bit closer and a little less consonant, slightly less consonant. Let's try that again. But I do feel like it is locking in, and I feel like I'm singing louder than playing. The final interval I'll try today is the 5th between D and A. So let's give it a try. So this one is not actually locking in for me as well right now, which is kind of surprising. I'll have to work on it a little more because in theory the perfect fifth should lock in the best of these three intervals. So finally, before I go, I'm going to try what at this point in my practicing seems like the impossible, and I'm going to try moving from the major sixth, from D flat and B flat, to the perfect fifth, D and A. So I'll be playing this and singing this. So that's where I'm at on that right now. I'm a little self-conscious because it sounds very silly to me right now, but I'm confident in the next couple months I'll be able to work that up with regular practice, following these 3 tips to try and sing louder than I'm playing, to start by singing and then slowly form the embouchure and get the buzz, and to remember that positions are fluid and I'm going to have to fish around a little bit to find the way it locks in. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning into my video. Really appreciate it. I'll be putting out a lot more videos, even a couple later this week on this YouTube channel. So please do subscribe and keep up to date. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at O'Brien Trombone, or check out my website, o'brientrombone.com. Thanks for checking it out. I'll see you next time.